This is Sigmar's Garden, a little minigame in Zachtronics' magnum opus, Opus Magnum, where you pick up marbles from a hexagonal board according to certain rules. And this is the recreation that I made out of real wood. I'm the kind of person who really likes collectible real-world stuff from games, so I had already made some of Zachtronics' solitaire games in real life, but this one would be quite a bit harder. My first draft of it looked like this, which was quite horrible. I knew I wanted to do some wood carving, which is something I had always dreamt of, and finally, an opportunity came. First, I drew the template. This would have been easiest to do by just printing it, but I don't have a printer, or by using a compass, which I also didn't have at the time. So I approximated the hexagonal grid using a variety of techniques, including using a strip of paper to draw parallel lines and using a pencil and string to approximate a compass. Here you can see some of the glaring imperfections of being a human. My parents acquired a plot of land with this old shed on it, so I went scouring for wood there. With the help of my grandpa, we decided on this piece of plywood, as it would be easy to cut and carve, and I didn't need anything super sturdy. Then I transferred the design onto the wood using a sharp knife. It may have been easier to just draw it straight onto the wood, but I hadn't been sure how to draw the pattern in the first place, so it was safer to experiment at home. The next step was to cut out the board's main shape, which was just a big ol' hexagon. I had never actually used a saw before. It's fun, try it if you can. Then, moving to my grandparents' basement, I had to somehow carve out all the little holes so that marbles placed in them won't roll away. The first step was to punch small holes in the center of each hexagon with a spiked hammer. And then drill them into the desired depth. And then came the carving. I wanted every one of these divots to fall smoothly down into the central hole, and for that I needed to carve them out, individually, with a rotary carver repurposed from an old hand blender. This took very long. I couldn't do too much at a time because the blender would overheat, so I had to split it into many separate carving sessions, over the course of about a week. So anyway, the next step was sanding. You can see there was a whole bunch of dirt on this plank. Now was the time to finally get rid of it. I started with smoothing the sides and giving them a nice bevel. and then sanded the front and back. I went through 3 sanding papers in the process, but at the end I had a nice and beige plank. I chose to keep the slightly darker color of the front so that it contrasts more with the divots and makes them easier to see. The divots had to be sanded as well. For this I used the rotary kava as well, with a different shaped doohickey, made of some weird redstone. Luckily this didn't take nearly as long as the initial carving. Now before putting on the final layer of varnish, I wanted to add a few decorations. The first was a Sigmar's garden logo on the back, which I carved with a narrower doohickey. The second was 6 small screws on the corners of the board, collected from Grandpa's endless supply of random stuff, trademarked. After screwing them on, I slapped on the varnish, which I sadly didn't record, sorry about that, and the board was done. Well, the board was done, but what about the marbles? Of course, you could play Sigmar's Garden with the marbles I had, but you'd have to be extra careful with the stickers, because, surprise surprise, it's pretty hard to stick something onto a piece of spherical glass. Besides, it didn't look very cool. So I went on a manhunt to find appropriately colored glass marbles. There were not many, not even to be found online, that fit my expectations. After looking around in some local shops, I ultimately went with these beads from All Reliable Teddy. They were in almost all the colors I needed, except black, so I painted some of the white ones black. I must admit, I'd prefer for the marbles to look just how they do in the game, but sadly I have to be somewhat realistic. I still had no idea how I would go about drawing the glyphs onto glass marbles, in white. With the beads at least, I was certain I could draw on them, somehow. The only thing left to do now was to differentiate between the 6 different metals. I had thought of painting a thin layer of watercolors on them first, to make them look like they do in the game, even though most of these metals should look identical in real life. But this completely didn't work. In the end I just tried out different markers to see which ones would stick on the surface, and then I got to drawing. And there we are, Sigmar's Garden in real life. What I really like about this game is how you're basically just cleaning it up as you play. However, one fallacy of playing this game IRL is that it's often simply impossible to win, so you just have to casually cheat. Nevertheless, this was a cool introduction to woodworking, and you can expect to see more such stuff from me in the future. Thanks for watching.